Hello and welcome to my channel. So this week's video is going to be all about the disappearance of Archduke Johann Salvator. Johann Salvator was the son of Leopold II, Grand Duke of Tuscany, and Princess Maria Antonia of the Two Sicilies. He was born on the 25th of November 1852. Johann served in the Austrian army and he became close friends with Rudolf, Crown Prince of Austria. After Prince Rudolf's death, Johann retired from the army, renounced his title and assumed the name Johann Orff. In 1889, Johann married Ludmilla Stubel, an opera dancer in London, and they bought a ship called the Santa Margherita. Their plan was to sail to South America. Johann and Ludmilla did end up sailing to South America, but while they were there, tragedy struck. In February 1890, the couple set sail from Montevideo in Uruguay, heading for Chile. Johann was seen in Argentina, but this was the last time that anyone would see him. It is believed that Johann's ship was lost in a storm off the coast of Cape Horn. Johann's body, his wife's body, and the bodies of the 24 crew members on the ship were never recovered. And Johann and Ludmilla were declared dead in absentia on the 2nd of February 1911 in Vienna. But did Johann really die in a shipwreck, or did he survive? In the years that followed Johann's disappearance, there were many sightings of him. Rumours were going around saying that Johann and Ludmilla sailed to South America so that they could get new identities. They had faked their own deaths so that they would be able to do this. Several men also came forward saying that they were the lost Duke. One of the most famous claims was in 1945, when German-born lithographer Alexander Hugo Kohler made a deathbed confession saying that he was actually Johann. He said that he had brought the identity of Alexander Hugo Kohler and had taken on his life. The real Alexander Hugo Kohler had meanwhile taken on the Johann Salvator. Meanwhile, the real Alexander Hugo Kohler had taken on Johann's identity, and that it was actually him who had died in the shipwreck. But there was another person who it was thought was Johann. That was Olaf N. Orlo, who died in a New York hospital in 1924. Olaf was a healer and dabbled in spiritualism. He had moved to California and had gathered a group of devoted disciples, mainly women, and he would lecture them about Eastern religion and myths, helping them find inner peace. So after Olaf's death, lots of stories came out. The doctor who had attended Olaf said that in his delirium he had told him of events in the Vienna court that only someone who had been there would have known. And friends of Olaf claimed that Olaf told them that his mother was from the family of the former Duke of Tuscany, and that on his father's side he was related to Tsar Alexander II. Now, two women also claimed to have proof that Olaf was actually Johann. Charlotte Fairchild said that she had a contact in London that had a photograph of Johann, and that this photograph of Johann and a photograph of Olaf could be compared, and then that would prove that they were the same person. While Laura Dola, who actually had several signatures of Olaf, said that the same contact had a letter that was sent by Johann to the previous owners of the ship that he brought, so that then the handwriting could be compared and that it would match and prove they were the same person. But just as luck would have it, this contact had put all this evidence into a safe and then left to explore the country, never to return. Right, so now some sillier stories about Johann and what happened to him. So one account says that Johann fought in Chile's civil war from 1890 to 1891. It said that he survived the war and went on to purchase a ranch in Uruguay. Another account says that Johann ended up arriving in the United States. It is said that he told people that he had been a plantation owner in Martinique and that his wife and children had died when the volcano Mont Pelee had erupted. It was also said that Johann was the Japanese General Yamagata. So that's the story about Archduke Johann Salvator and his disappearance, and also whether or not he did actually disappear and that he survived and made a new life for himself. What do you think? Did he die in the shipwreck that day, or was the shipwreck faked so that he could live another life? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.